Hello guys, in the last lecture we have covered or we introduced to classical problem of synchronization, where we got to know that these are the problems which are used to test the solution for the newly proposed solution for the synchronization scheme or synchronization problem or critical section problem, right? So we have mainly three well-known problems: producer consumer problem, reader writer problem, and dynamic philosopher problem. And in the last class we have covered producer consumer problem with detail, and today we are going to cover the second classical problem of synchronization, which is known as reader writer problem, right? A reader writer problem. Second one, we have reader writer problem. So as the name is suggesting that this is the problem something related to reading and writing, right? So this problem is majorly deals with or it is related to the DBMS problem, where we have some databases of records, right? So this is a database, and we will some process will try to update it. They were called as writer, and some process will read from this database, right? We read from this database. So this reading and writing is done in concurrent manner. That's only that in that condition, concurrent manner condition, only we have problem. Otherwise, if reading and writing is happening at the different time, then there will be no problem, because once a reader has completed its task, then only the writer will start its task, right? So in the problem here, what is the problem here? There will be some processes which will considered as reader processes, and some processes which will be considered as writer processes. So reader process will read the item or read the record from the database, and writer will perform some changes to the record, right? So what is the problem here? See, if you are reading the value, then there may or may not be, at the time of reading, there may or may not be problem, but at the time of writing there may be problem. Why? Because if you if any process is writing to the if any process want to write on any record, and which is also is being written by some other writer process from at the same time, then there will be the conflicting issues, right? Or there will be the inconsistent result for that particular record. So what is the problem here is we want what we want is that writing, at the time of writing, no other process tries to enter its critical section or tries to write on that particular variable where the current writer has performing writing operation, right? So this is the important one, right? So we want to exclusive at the time of writing, we want simply exclusive exclusive access to database or record, database or record over which the writer is going to perform any writing operation, right? So important one is writer, right? So if let us understand, if we are considering that there could be some writer or there could be some reader, then what are the cases where the conflicting results or inconsistent results may appear, or what are the conditions where uh, where the problematic conditions could be there, right? So let us understand, if reader and writer, if some reader is reading the object and data, or at the same time writer is performing something, that what it means, that directly tends to lead problem, that will be a problematic case, right? Second, let us understand, if there is a writer who is performing writing operation on any object or any record, and reader appear to read that item at that time, then there will also a problem. This will also results a problem, right? In the third case, if any writer is performing writing operation on any record, and at the same time and on the same record other writer started writing, then this will create a problem in the database, right? And in the last case, where a reader is reading the object or record and another reader is also tries to read that same item, then there is no problem. In that case, there is no issue at all. Multiple readers can read same item at the same time. So remember, what we are saying, that these things is writing and reading operations are performing on same data. Remember, same data only, and at the same time, right? If this is not the case, that means there will be no problem, there will be no conflict in the database. So as a database administrator, these three are the problematic conditions, and reader is not a problematic condition. So these are the major problems dealt with a database administrator when they are designing database or they are maintaining or managing databases. So for these three cases, 1 to 3 cases, we have to synchronize reader and writer process, reader and writer process. So let us understand, let us check, can we give the solution using some semaphore for the same, right? So let us check. So for giving the solution for reader writer problem, we must ensure that first three conditions should not be there, and if any time reader problem is appears, it is not an issue, right? So we want to avoid case 1, 2, 3 by using our solution, right? So uh, our solution must avoid our solution must avoid these three conditions, right? These three problems. So for that, we will use some semaphores. Semaphores. First is mutex, which is used to provide which we will use to provide or which is initialized with 1, and it is used to provide mutual exclusion when a read count is updated every time. That means whenever a new reader has read the shared object or shared data, right? So for that also we have another semaphore read count, which will be counting semaphore, right? And second semaphore we'll use is WRT, which will also be initialized with 1, obviously, because we need to first perform wait operation on these semaphore. That's why these are initialized with 1. So this will be the common semaphore for reader and writer, common semaphore for reader writer, and which will provide mutual exclusion for writer processes, right? Because the critical area is writer processes, so we need to maintain mutual exclusion at the time of writing whenever multiple processes want to write any object, right? Over any object. So these two are binary semaphores, and third one which we are using is counting semaphore, which is read count, which we are using read count, which will be initialized with 0. That means at the initial level no reader is reading the object, right? So this is to keep track of number of processes reading objects, right? So these three, by using these three semaphores, we will provide the solution for reader writer processes, right? So let us understand, let us modify code of reader and writer processes by using these semaphores, right? So let's understand. Writer process and reader process. So first write for reader process, do reader process must wait on mutex. Let us write it first, then only we will discuss it, right? Read count, then it will increment read count if read count equals to 1. That means no process, no other process is reading, right? So for that it need to wait on WRT, right? And then signal, if it is not the case, then signal mutex, right? And this total portion is entry section of reader process, right? And after that only it will the reader process will start reading or start its critical section. Reading is performed, that it can read, right? So it is the critical section of that code. Okay, after critical section, what it will do, it will perform wait on mutex and decrement, that it has already, it is signifying decrementing read count is simply signifying the operating system that it has already performed its reading operation, right? If that means it is no more a reader, and if after that it will check if read count equals to 0, it will signal WRT, right? And after that only it will signal mutex, 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 and then start looping, right? So this is the code for our reader process. In the same way, the code for writer process, the code for writer process will be, it will first wait on WRT. It will check that some other process is not writing something, right? So it will check the write semaphore. Then after successful operation of wait operation on WRT only, this process will execute its critical section, which is writing. Writing is performed, right? And after that only it will signal write, signal write, so that other process can start writing, or which are waiting to write, right? Okay, now this is all for writer process. Now this is the code for reader and writer process. We have changed it according to our semaphore by using our semaphore. Now understand it. We have initialized mutex and WRT as 1. In the initial level it is initialized by 1 only, right? And read count is 0. That means that no reader is reading the object, right? Now let us understand, when a reader wants to read anything, it will just first perform wait operation. Let us change my pen color first. It will yes, see, it will perform wait operation on mutex first. So let us understand, mutex value is 1 right now, and in the starting mutex value is 1, so that's why wait operation can be performed. Okay, now after this, before this mutex is 1, now mutex is 0. Okay, now if any other process in the parallel will start reading the object, then it will be locked here, because mutex value, it will find mutex value for, it will find mutex value 0, That means it will be logged here. Okay, now let us understand the first reader executed wait operation on mutex. That means now mutex value is 0. He has incremented the read count value. That means read count RC is now 1. Okay, now it will check if the read count equals to 1. What it has to do, it will simply wait on WRT. It will perform wait on WRT. And what is the wait? WRT value is 1. So that means it will get WRT value 1, right? Because read count is 1. Okay, so because read count is 1, now that means it has by using incrementing read count, it has signified that this is the reader process. It is started reading the object. So before after that, it will check the read count. If the read count is equals to 1, that means it is the only reader, right? Then wait on WRT. Then wait on WRT means it will decrement WRT. Let us understand, before it the WRT value is 0 or 1. Now WRT will be 0. It has executed this, right? After that, it will execute signal on mutex. Now it has, because it is checking that some why it has done this if condition, because reader want to check that some writer is not writing on that particular object. That's why it has performed this if condition and wait operations. And if the wait operations has successful, that means that no writer is writing on that particular object, right? After, when it ensured that no writer is writing on that object, then only it signals mutex. That means it has incremented the mutex value from 0 to 1. Why it has done it? Because so that any other reader, if any other reader wants to read the item, it can do so, right? Because so that's why we can say, assume it a small critical section of the reader process, right? Okay, now when reader has checked that some writer is not writing, and then it can read the object. Okay, now it has completed the reading process and completed, that means it has completed its critical section. Now after completing its critical section, it went out from the critical section, and what it will do, it will perform wait operation on mutex. And wait operation, if it is getting mutex value 1, what it means, it simply means no reader and no writer is doing any operation on that particular object. No reader or no writer, right? So it will perform wait. If it is successful, it will be successful only when it will get mutex value 1. That's why if it is getting mutex value 1, what it means, it is simply means that no reader has performed wait operation on this, right? Before at this time, that means no reader is doing reading it, right? And if it is not the case, if it is getting mutex value 0, what it means, that other reader is also trying to read this object, right? Okay, now after performing wait operation on mutex, it will decrement its read count, right? And it will decrement its read count. What it means, simply it is declaring that it is no more a reader process now, right? And after that, it will check if the read count equals to 0. अगर read count आपका 0 है, तो क्या करे? What it has to do, it will simply signal WRT. Signaling WRT means currently the WRT value is 0, and it will be 1 after this statement, because that means it has understood that no other reader process is reading. That's why it is getting read count as 0. So that means it has to update WRT, which is being which is being changed by itself in the entry section, right? So it will just update the value of WRT so that other reader or writer can perform any operation on particular object, on this particular shared object, right? After signaling the write, what it will do, it will simply signal mutex operation, which is modified at exit section by itself only. Now it will change it to 0 to 1, and then it will get out of its code, right? So any reader process, whenever it try to read the object, will execute these operations or perform these wait and signal operations on these mutex and read count and WRT semaphore according to this pseudocode, right? And let us understand what the write process will do whenever it tries to write anything. So before writing anything to the object, it will wait for perform wait operation for WRT semaphore. Let us understand, if it is getting value of WRT is 1, what it means, it is simply means that no other reader or writer process is using that particular object at that time, or no reader or writer process is reading or writing that particular object, right? If let us say if it is getting WRT value 0, what it simply means, either a reader has executed this one, right? Or either a reader has executed this one, either a reader has completed has executed these two line, either this line or either this, and that means the reading is in process, right? Okay, this could be the one case. That means the reader is doing reading of that particular object. And second case could be that some other writer has already performed wait on WRT. That's why your this process is getting WRT as 0. That means some writer already performing writing on that particular process, that particular object. So if it is getting 0, that means it has to wait until and unless it will not get WRT value 1, right? So it will simply wait on WRT, and after if it has executed successfully wait operation on WRT, it can write the object, and after writing it will simply update or increment the value of WRT, or it will simply signal the WRT so that other waiting writer or waiting reader can read or write on that particular object. Okay, so by understanding this code, we can say that we are ensuring those conditions. How? Let us understand. If a reader, let us say if a writer is in critical section and n number of readers are waiting, then one reader is queued on semaphore WRT. You can check in the code, if there is a writer in the critical section, then and n readers are waiting, then one reader will be queued in WRT, either at this line, or either at this line, right? So one reader is in WRT, and n minus 1 readers will be queued on mutex. right? You can check it. These are the results analysis on the code above. So one reader will be queued on WRT. Okay, we understood it. Either it will be here or it will be here, and other n minus 1 will be queued this semaphore on this semaphore, because this semaphore is used only by readers only. So if any one process is reading, that means n minus 1 process will spin logged here, will be waiting here only, waiting, busy waiting. Okay, now you understood it. Okay, second point by the analysis of the code above is, when a writer execute signal operation on WRT, signal operation on WRT, what it is doing, then it is simply allowing either waiting reader waiting reader or or B, single waiting writer process, single waiting writer process. Okay, so whenever a writer execute this statement, it will allow either a single waiting either waiting readers, it will allow waiting reader processes, or it will allow a single waiting writer processes. So the selection of these out of these two will be totally based on, it is made by, the selection will be made by only scheduler, right? It is a choice of scheduler, whichever it will select, either it is whether it is selecting reader process or waiting writer process, right? So this is all for reader writer problem, and how the solution is provided using semaphore we understood, and what are the results or analysis of that, these pseudocode we understood it. But the, this solution which we have given is only applicable when applicable, this solution will be applicable only when we can distinguish among reader and writer process. We can distinguish among which all are the reader process and which all are the writer process, because in the system we cannot say that this process is the purely reader process, or this process is the purely writer process, because sometimes the reader process may be the writer process, or sometimes the writer process could be the reader process, right? And second case of applicability is when the number of reader processes are greater than number of writer processes writer processes. So these are the two applicability, because if you are unable to distinguish between reader and writer process, and number of writer process are exceeding the number of reader process, then this solution by using semaphore may or may not solve the problem of these three case of, uh, may not solve case 1 2 3, right? Otherwise it is not, if it is not the case, and if the reader and writer process are purely distinguishable and we can differentiate among them, or we can define them separately as a reader and as a writer process. And second condition, if the number of reader process is greater than number of writer process, then only this solution can solve the case number 1, 2, 3, right? So this is all for today in the topic reader writer problem. I think you understood it very well, and if you have any query you may ask. So that's all. Thank you guys.